I said I wouldn't talk about my dating life on here, but I feel like I cannot be the only one who feels alone in this. Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man, obviously. Perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point though that that's the problem. Like there's just nothing happening. And I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing. I feel like I'm just another girl, like I'm one of a million, and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not presenting that great either, not like that sparkly or interesting or like dynamic at all, because I'm just so depleted. I know my person's out there, but starting to really question if I even have it in me to find them anymore. I listened to Maisie Neely's book today, and through all of the hardships she had, she just kept going and kept dating and kept seeing people, and I admire people so much that have that in them, because I just don't have it in me. I thought I was safe and I thought I was done, and like having to do this again just feels like work every time I go on a date. It feels like so hard.
Wow, that's fantastic work, man. You have the wisdom of a 6,000 or 7,000-year-old man. That's fantastic. We don't have to fill up the whole blackboard after all.
Well, what exactly were you expecting, lady? I mean, look at you. You're closer to the age of 40 than you are 30, and you've gone on God knows how many dates, and it's gotten to the point where the mere idea of you going out on a date with a good guy is so exhausting that it's led to a full-on crash out in the front seat of your freaking car. Now, I know it sucks to hear, but you're absolutely right. You're not that special, and you're not that unique either. You're pretty much just a carbon copy of all the other run-through broads out there who treated the dating world like a freaking roulette wheel. And sister, your credit with the casino is gone to the point where the pit bosses are waiting for you with cattle prods and threats to kidnap your cat unless you pay up. And the sad part is you have absolutely no excuse for any of this. In your youth, I can all but guarantee you that there are plenty of guys out there who would have made a solid match. But you kept assuming, quote-unquote, your person was somehow richer, would have a better jawline, or give you an all-expenses-paid trip to the Isle of past your prime. And now here's the result. You're so psychologically broken that if the perfect man were to even fall in your lap, you'd still leave him because you can't feel anything anymore. So it's kind of hard to have sympathy for you when you're the one who made the mess and you're refusing to clean it up.
You blew it. Capiche?
Sometimes the real reason a man won't be with you is because he could not meet your standards, and so he ran to a lower value woman who didn't have high standards so that he could just keep being the little boy that he is, okay? It's usually never that personal when a guy walks away and just immediately rebounds or goes and finds a different person. Usually a rebound is trying to mask the pain, or there's just a new girl that would put up with the crap that you wouldn't. One of the issues nowadays is it is easy to go find someone else because girls make it really easy, so easy on men. Like, it's so easy to go move on quickly and go find another person because people do accept low standard men. That's why it's so easy for men to just move on, because girls make it really easy. And that's gonna ruffle some feathers, but it's a freaking fact. If a man left you for another girl, or if you feel rejected by a guy and he just like moved on, it's because you wouldn't lower your standards. Just remember that, and honestly, that is just iconic. It's a power move. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye. I love you.
Right.
Girls make it easy on men? When? How? All we ever hear out of your freaking chowder hole is how you have high standards and how men need to bend over backwards just to meet them. You look at men and think that we owe you something, whether it's dinner, drinks, or to give you some kind of a magical movie moment that's so stupid and uninspired you can only see it on a crappy Valentine's Day movie on the Hallmark Channel. If a dude has left you, assuming it wasn't Chad, Tyrone, Raphael, Marco, Gavin, Pookie, Ray Ray, Nigel, Theodore, Chang, Wang, Takeda, or Tommy Two-Scroat, then it's because he knows that you aren't worth the effort, mainly because the effort he did put in was considered less than the bare friggin' minimum. So he found himself a woman who actually appreciates him. But if we're being perfectly honest, considering your crap attitude, you would never give a proud member of the illustrious bottom 95% club a chance. It's not a power move to say that you have high standards. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's the weakest possible play you could ever make because it instantly proves how unattractive you are. And sister, I'm just gonna be blunt. You're in no position to be acting that way when you are slightly below average in the looks department with a non-existent personality to match.
So, quick question for the people in dating. Is there ever a time when you go on a date and you're like, and this is like a first date, like, this was so fun. This guy is amazing, or this girl is amazing. great conversation. There was never like an awkward moment. And then you realized after, as you reflect, it's because I was carrying the conversation. Like, I'm the one that kept this conversation going. I'm the one that ignited the topics of conversation. If it wasn't for me continuing to talk, we wouldn't have been conversating. Was there really a spark, or was he just there? Was he just present like a wet napkin while I talked at him? Or he answered the questions I asked, or was he actually engaged as well? This is like dating. Like, this is legit, like, shit that happens dating. Like, people don't know how to communicate anymore. It's wild. But let me know if I'm wrong, or if this has happened to you.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
Well, no. The answer is clearly no. You were yakking and flapping your gums so much that the guy couldn't get a word in edgewise. And once you started prattling on about your career, your cats, or that one point in life where you peaked in high school, he immediately lost interest and was just nodding as he tried to conjure up an excuse to bail early. But when you wouldn't shut up for 30 seconds, he started wishing he could watch Killing Zoe, one of the best movies around. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if a bunch of heroin-addicted Gen X Frenchmen team up with Eric Stoltz to rob a bank? Well, Killing Zoe's got you covered. It's a flick that's able to trick you into thinking that you got a bunch of idiots wandering around France while also wielding crazy-ass guns and proving the one thing we already know, that Eric Stoltz is an insufferable asshole. And that's not an insult. He actually admitted it while being interviewed for the movie itself. And if that wasn't reason enough, it's also got Ron Jeremy being totally blasted in the face with a 12 gauge. And, oh yeah, it's also got Judy Delpy doing what she does best, getting naked and talking in French talk. And when it comes to either dealing with an over-the-hill middle-aged broad complain about how she can't shut up, or watching Eric Stoltz slam down a lukewarm flat beer out of a filthy beer glass, I know which one I'm choosing. And this one goes out to the fine members of the Bounty Board over on Patreon. If you guys were ever a guest at my place, you would never be served a drink from a drugged-out Englishman out of a filthy beer glass. And that's what I like to call the Lock the Bounty Hunter promise. All hail! And if you like to hear rants about obscure movies, check out the Bounty Board over on Patreon, where I have almost 100 videos of exclusive content that you're not going to find on YouTube for the low price of $5 a month. Links in the pinned comment down below if you want to check it out.
It's really hard to get women these days, am I right? Yes, you are right. I know, we should just insult them and do nothing else. You should insult them and do nothing else. That's how you're gonna get a wife. That's how I'm gonna get a wife. You really want a wife? I really want a wife, but you should hate them. I don't really want to hate them. You should hate them. I should hate them. They want to take advantage of you for your money because you're lonely. They want to take my lonely money. All women want is your money. I don't have any money though, which is why you need to get your money up to attract women who just want your money and then hate them. Wait, you should subscribe to our channel membership in Patreon so you can learn more about how to attract women you hate. If you want my money, here is all my money. See, we take advantage of lonely men, but in a different way. None of us are married, by the way, or have kids. And he's actually not allowed to be near kids. No kids, no kids. I kind of want kids. Well, your chin is too little. I don't think this is helping my confidence. Elon Musk has a great idea to address the loneliness man epidemic. Instead of having women charge you for adult content because you're lonely and get taken advantage of, we're gonna do it with an AI chatbot from Twitter instead, so men and technocrats can get a piece of your pie. Here's my pie. Eat my pie. Ah yes, this all makes a lot of sense.
Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, for starters, you can't claim to be an expert in these circles when all you do is watch clips from Fresh and Fit. They do not speak for us. In fact, nobody speaks for us. It's a decentralized movement where we're able to speak for ourselves, and a lot of the times we don't agree with each other. Second, a lot of us, not all, but a solid chunk, don't want to get married because it's completely pointless. Third, you can't say that we're insulting you when modern women have made it their business to endlessly insult the living crap out of us for no other reason than to feed your fragile ego. Now, I am willing to give you a hint of credit. Yes, there are plenty of dudes out there who are trying to grift. It's the internet. Everybody's trying to make a buck. Cough, cough. Check out the Bounty Board. Cough, cough. Especially when you and your kind never shut up about the countless dating experts who take your money and tell you to hate us for no other reason outside of wanting to keep you single. And Elon? Oh, Elon. You really like to think that we offer bird sacrifices to the guy when we all know, much like all of the other tech billionaires, he's just another Bond henchman. The only difference is that he actually knows how to banter and comes preloaded with his own one-liners. And I really don't think it's a smart idea for you to be acting like we're all in a cult when you have a whole bunch of slogans that you'll endlessly repeat when we don't ask you to. So maybe you should just sit this one out, sweetheart. We all know that you're bitter and single, but don't try to blame us for it. It's not our fault that you failed at life.
No one makes friends with a failure. Okay? You understand?
Ladies, let me tell you how a man is supposed to treat you, coming from somebody who always had to take care of their significant other, aka a man-child. My boyfriend left for a trip. He is a wedding photographer. Open in case of emergency. He left this for me. He's going away, okay? And he got these. And he said, you don't need to open them right now. Don't settle, ladies. He literally came to the door of this. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know what this is. I'm dead. He got me literally a care package with all of my favorite things. My favorite, Lonnie Witch's Brew, some Reese's. I got Uber Eats and a book. Find yourself a man like this. This is the first time opening it. As soon as I got with this man, I realized I had a lot of issues I needed to work on. I had commitment issues. I wasn't attracting the right man in my life, but it's proof that somebody is out there for you, okay? Take this as an example. A recovering, people-pleasing, attention-seeking girlfriend, and I never have to beg for attention anymore.
Congratulations!
God, woman, please, we get it. You got a simp boyfriend who buys you presents and you want to brag about it. I mean, not only is that in bad taste, but you proved nothing. All you're doing is telling women that you got a present and you want to rub it in the noses of other bitter women. I mean, it would be one thing if you just opened the thing without a camera and thanked him for it afterwards, but that's not what you did here. You had to boast about it because a man who buys you things only counts if you can parade it around online. And I can't really say I'm surprised. Modern women are pretty much at the point where if they get a second date with a dude, they act like they somehow magically won at life. But you didn't win a thing. And I hate to break it to you, sister, this reeks of ingratitude. You expect this kind of treatment from the guy, and that's why you have to show off your $3 worth of cheap chocolate and some discounted book he found at the airport. Now, I don't know about the dynamics of your relationship, and personally, I couldn't care less, but here's the thing. You're not a good girlfriend, and that's because that present was only supposed to be opened in the event of an emergency, which means you were only supposed to open it in the event of werewolf apocalypse or if you were on the rag. And opening a present for the sake of making a TikTok video does not an emergency make, woman. And when your boyfriend finds out that you violated the sacred pact known as the emergency present, he's only gonna react one way.
Learn how to read!
It's time to retire the word situationship and call these situations for what they actually are. Number one, validationship. When the person you're dating has no intention of ever committing to you, but they like the attention. But you're not a bag of Cheetos. Don't let them treat you like a vending machine when they're hungry for validation. Number two, denialship. The Olympics aren't until 2028, but you're already performing gold medal level gymnastics to excuse the red flags you've seen. Number three, imaginationship. You've created a version of someone entirely in your head. They can't even do the bare minimum and you're like, well, they're busy. Yeah, busy being a disappointment. Number four, a potential ship. Whoops, you've fallen in love with someone's potential, not what's actually in front of you. That emotionally unavailable 36-year-old man is not your twin flame. That's just Kevin who works in marketing and eats unseasoned ground beef for every meal. Number five, a textuationship. You've been talking for months, but have you ever actually seen this person in 3D? You might as well be dating ChatGPT. Please redirect them to penpals.com and move on with your life. And finally, number six, a manipulationship. They played a whole character to win you over and then dropped the act once you got attached. And the Oscar goes to your ex!
Whoa. Yeah, good luck with that one, woman. There is no way you're gonna retire the term situationship. Much like that case of herpes we all know you got, it is not going anywhere. The fact is, it doesn't matter how much truth you spill anyway. We're pretty much at the point of human existence where situationships are the norm. Modern women would rather live in the delusional fantasy that if they pork a guy enough, he'll magically see something in her that no other man has seen. And you can't blame the guy for that. It's not like he used Jedi mind powers to get her into less than pants. That's something modern women do willingly because the fantasy of getting with a jack dude is always going to be preferable than having something serious with an average dude. Now, I will give you some credit. You make valid points. I'll give you that much. But what you're failing to understand is that if you find yourself in a situationship, you're pretty much cooked. Whatever lack of attention that chick is getting from the guy will still be enough for her to compare him to every other guy who has the displeasure of liking her on a dating app. This is why the best way to get over a situationship is to never get into one in the freaking first place. But the harsh truth is that the situationship is much like the Hadley's Hope incident. Once you realize you're stuck there, it's only a matter of time before the xenomorphs offer you to the queen and rip off your face. After that, it's far too late for you, sister.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
You guys are so mother stupid, it pisses me off. You tell people not to get degrees because you're sitting in your mom's basement, day trading all day, netting $20 a year. You should go to college. You know why? Because people who go to college on average make more money. They're less likely to be in poverty. And college is the #1 way for people to ascend classes and for people to achieve financial freedom. You say degrees are just like following directions, but you don't understand that most of life, every job is just learning how to follow directions. It's called discipline. It's learning to wake up, go to class every day, study information, retain it, and then apply it. That is a very important skill for most people to have. And you say that they're overpriced pieces of paper for most people. No, they're not. For employers, a degree is very, very important because if you apply for a role and most people applying for that role also have a degree, you're not getting the fucking job. Ask any recruiter. You sit here and you spew all this bullshit to make yourself feel better for not going to college, but do not shame other people and do not f them over because you think it was a bad choice for you.
You know, I used to be against student debt. Now I'm for it.
Ah, yes, the angry outburst, the last bastion of the modern female life failure who's drowning in student debt and thinking if she defends her terrible decision to get an overpriced piece of paper, that'll magically land her a high-paying job. Well, woman, you're just wrong. College in the modern era is a complete waste of time and money. Outside of the fact that we have an oversaturation of college grads with useless bachelor's degrees in drama, gender studies, and marketing, it's pretty much made the 4-year degree a complete and utter waste of time. I mean, most companies now require a minimum of a master's degree for a job that pays $15 an hour, and that's if you're lucky. College is only really useful for people who are going into fields like medicine, engineering, or door theory. And we're living in a time where if you want to make money, you're better off going into business for yourself, learning a trade, or making yourself a valuable member of society. And you know what's the opposite of that? Oh, I don't know, maybe going into a profanity-laden rant where you rip into people who disagree with you when they tell you the truth? Going into hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt to go to classes where you regurgitate vocabulary words is probably not a good use of your time or money. But hey, at least you got that fancy-ass degree to help you, am I right? I'm sure people are lining up to hire an idiot who thinks the key to success is going into debt. I would wish you the best of luck, but your college education has made you so stupid that you wouldn't even know what to do with it. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button, ring the notification bell, leave a couple of comments, and be sure to share this video so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you once again for checking out the new video, gentlemen and gents, and until next time, peace out, homies.